Bienvenue tous. Welcome to In the Papers here on France 24. Marion Hembust has been ploughing her way through the world's daily press. What have you come up with?
Well, in Pakistan, two cartoons dealing with the turmoil going on there at the moment. The first one in the Frontier Post, it shows Pervez Musharraf, the president, portrayed as a vulture looking down from a tree, surveying the elections which are due to be happening in January, and the caption there says, "Polls in January under my supervision." So that's one way of looking at what's going on in the country. Second cartoon, again in another Pakistani newspaper, this one's the Daily Times. This cartoon features a picture of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto standing alongside a fallen statue of Judge Chowdhury, former President of the Supreme Court, suspended by President Musharraf. Now, Bhutto is calling for Chowdhury to be reinstated, but in this picture, her request is falling on somewhat deaf ears, it seems.
Any other views on what's happening in Pakistan?
Plenty, yes. This time over the border in India, the Times of India talks about the Commonwealth Ministerial Action Group and the fact that they've given President Musharraf an ultimatum. He's got 10 days to clean up the country or otherwise face being suspended from the Commonwealth. Their idea of cleaning up is lifting the emergency rule, doffing his military uniform and releasing political prisoners. So some action that they want to see taken there. Now, according to the article, the Pakistani response from the High Commission has been that they're not too happy with the fact that they've been given an ultimatum from outsiders on decision-making within the country.
So interesting views there from both sides of the border there about the situation in Pakistan. What's next, Marion? Next
is actually a piece in the Figaro. I'll show you that. It's a piece, a survey which France 24 has commissioned, appearing today in Figaro, as I said.
Okay.
And it's looking at the different views of 5 countries, their attitudes on integration. Britain, Spain, France, Italy and Germany.
Did we learn anything interesting?
A couple of interesting points which I've picked out. It's interesting to note that France sees immigration as neither a problem or an advantage, whereas Spain sees it as something very positive, and Britain sees it more as a threat. Meanwhile, the French are the only out of the 5 countries to consider religious integration as the main problem with immigration, whereas Britain and Spain both concentrate on illegal immigration. That's where people's concerns most lie there.
Interesting stuff. Now, obviously, the UK had a flood of people coming in from Poland and Eastern Europe with the widening of the EU. France has possibly, I think it's the highest Muslim population among the big sort of EU nations. So is that indicative of lower lying problems, do you think?
It could well be, yeah. I mean, this shows varying views, shows varying opinions here. There doesn't seem to be one clear train of thought between these countries, and that's interesting to note because obviously, like, as you say, they've all had different experiences with immigration in each individual country.
So interesting look there at the whole immigration picture of that survey done by France 24, for France 24, and in today's Figaro. Tell us about this crocodile story, because I thought, we like a nice snappy tale here on France 24, so go ahead, get your teeth into that one.
We do indeed, yes. Well, up to 5,000 crocodiles could be on the loose in Vietnam.
5,000 crocodiles on the loose?
On the run.
Does that mean you meet them on the street or something? Or?
It means you've got to check your gardens, got to check your riverbanks. They've been found. Basically,
Really?
What's happened here, there's been some fatal flash flooding and landslides in Vietnam because of heavy rain, really bad weather. And to add to people's woes, living in a village in central Vietnam, in Can Hoa province, exceptionally unusual high quantities of rain broke the banks, broke the walls of a farm where crocodiles were being bred. These animals escaped. There were 5,000 in the farm. They don't yet know how many are actually loose.
Fugitives from the crocodile farm in Vietnam. So if you are in Vietnam, do watch your toes and your legs and everything else, because those crocodiles can't off-bite. Marion, thank you very much for that international, very widespread press of you. Watching France 24, stay with us. Yeah, if you